breathe. Honestly, I don't think the score reflects the outcome of the match, but I mean, it was an entertaining match nonetheless. Barca 3, Atletico Madrid 1. It's your boy, the sports conversation. Let's get into the video quickly with the match review. So let's look at the lineups quickly. For Barca, Juan Garcia in goal, Kunde on the right, Kubasi and Gerard Martin as centre back pairing. Alejandro Balda on the left, Pedri and Eric Garcia pairing up in the midfield. Rafinha, Olmo, Yamal, and Lewandowski up top. And for Atletico Madrid, we have Oblak in goal, Hansko, who I think had a very good game off the left, Molina off the right, who also had a very good game in his own right. Jose Maria Jimenez and Clement Langley in the back, Pablo Barrios and Johnny Cardoso in the midfield, Ale Baena, Gio Simeone, Nico Gonzalez and Julian Alvarez, who I think was shocking in my opinion today. He was supposed to show up, he didn't, but let's get into it. So we start off the game and Atletico are pressing. They are pressing every time. So usually Atletico always try and sit back a little bit in a low block. But this time, every time the ball gets back towards Barcelona's backline, they press. Huge kudos to Baena for doing this constantly. Yes, we know during his time at Villarreal he had a big temperament, but I think right now it's calmed down. He put the aggression in the right direction. So ball gets to Molina off at maybe the right flank for Atletico's at the back for Atletico's half, and he picks out a pass, a very good pass. Barca always trying to play the high line. Baena cuts that high line into shreds, collects the ball, takes a touch or two, and dings the ball, not over, but a delightful little cheeky chip around Juan Garcia, making it one. He didn't even celebrate because everyone thought it was an offside. But upon further review, it was clearly not an offside. 1-0 to Atletico Madrid. And you can't say well deserved, but you can't say they were on the back foot. But unfortunately, you know how Barcelona work. I think 6 minutes later, they literally lasted for like 4 or 5 minutes. Pedri has the ball in the midfield, as usual, slots in Rafinha. Rafinha makes the run behind Langley. Of course, Langley is not that fast, so he can't really recover. Makes the run behind Langley. The pass is such a good pass, and it's a weighted pass to the point. Rafinha doesn't even take a touch. Like, before he steadies himself, he doesn't even take a touch. He lets the ball roll and just takes the touch around Oblak and just slots into the net, bringing Barcelona back up into the game 1-1 and shifting the momentum and the tide of the game a little bit. Yes, Pedri is Pedri, and this shows how important Rafinha has been, especially during his time away. I think Lamine Yamal had a very bad game, in my opinion, but I digress. Still in the first half, Pablo Barrios makes a stupid tackle on Olmo when he wasn't even going anywhere in the box. Ref calls a penalty, VR checks it, they do confirm a penalty. Lewandowski goes to the spot, and obviously, if you had a penalty with your life on it, I think he'll be like top 5 people to do it because of his run up and everything. Lewandowski takes the ball, puts on the spot, and runs up and skies the ball into the stands, and everyone is shocked, including me. I did have a feeling that he would miss the ball though, but I mean, yes. So still 1-1, and Barcelona are still coming for it. They are still pushing. I think because the momentum was actually fully on their side. Lamine Yamal picks out he wasn't really good today, but one thing he did very well today, he picked out a cross, a pinpoint perfect cross, cutting the line of Atletico's back line. And Lewandowski heads the ball, a very good header. But Jan Oblak makes a very, very good save. I think Oblak was very, very good today, especially in his composure. But again, with his saves, you'll see later on in the game. Makes a very good save, still keeping Atletico 1-1 in the game, heading towards halftime. I think there was a controversy between Gerard Martin's yellow card being a red card. Simeone was through on goal, and then Martin took him down. In my opinion, I think he was through on goal, so maybe it could have been a red card. But I mean, this type of game, this type of situation, a lot of things happen. So boom, we come out of the half, Julian Alvarez has really done basically nothing in the game. First half, he comes out, tries to dink Juan Garcia. Of course, Juan Garcia is not having none of it. Barcelona do indeed get a chance. Lamine Yamal's doing his darting run across goal, gets by 2 or 3 defenders, slides the ball into Rafinha on his favorite left foot, and Rafinha can't finish the ball. Unfortunately, scuffed the finish wide. Still 1-1. Yes, but again, I think the next minute, this game was so 3-1 is, I don't think is the right depiction. Maybe 2-1, yes, but 3-1 I think is a bit of a stretch. It was such a back and forth game. So literally after that Rafinha chance, Julian Alvarez gets the ball in Barcelona's box, squares it to Julian Simeone. Simeone can't finish the ball. Literally like scuffs the ball and like not even close to go, unfortunately. And in my mind, I'm like, why? Unfortunately, Alejandro Baena was forced off. I think this was the point where everything changed, because Baena is the trigger for the press Atletico do, and the people who you brought in, two of the people you brought in, Griezmann, who I think is just old and lackadaisical, especially when the passes he was given, and 2, Solot, who doesn't press at all, and when he presses, is not an aggressive press, can't suffice for what Alejandro Baena provided today. I think he was, in my opinion, the best player on the pitch in most of the things he did, especially not just scoring right, but like pressing wise and everything. I think he was far and wide, maybe not far and wide, but maybe alongside Pedri, the best players on the pitch. So yes, unfortunately, off a bubble on the edge of Atletico's box, Lewandowski gets the ball to Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo takes a touch in stride and strikes the ball across goal into the side netting. Nothing Oblak can do. And in the process of him scoring this goal, he is actually hurt on the ground, unfortunately. And after the goal, he had to be taken off. I think his shoulder popped or something. So yes, and after it being 2-1, Atletico turned the heater on. Hansco, who I thought had a very, very good game, pocketing Lamine Yamal, in my opinion. Not just defensively, offensively, picking out a very, very good pass. He threads Thiago Almada in. Thiago Almada gets the ball. Kubati is on the floor. He's in the box. What can he do? He dribbles past one defender, dribbles past the other defender. Very good touches with his feet, and has the goal at his mercy. Nobody in the goal, and he misses and scuffs his shot wide. 2-1, and I keep saying that 2-1 is a real depiction of what happened, in my opinion. Yes, we had another chance with Griezmann scuffing an easy goal. Thiago Almada creating. I think Thiago Almada showing in this game that he could be starting alongside alongside Ali Baena, in my opinion. Maybe Baena being out might open it up for Thiago Almada, a very talented player in his own right. Barcelona actually took off most of their attackers, brought on Christensen, brought on a lot of defensive-minded players. But in the wake of that, ball gets to Casado, passes to Rashford gets it to Balde cuts it back to Ferran, and Ferran finishes the ball, unfortunately, to make it 3-1. A very exciting game, in my opinion. So yes, those are my thoughts on the match. My bad. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Yeah, I'll catch you in tomorrow's game between Bilbao and Madrid. Peace.